This is the Angels Postcast, your instant game reaction for the Los Angeles Angels. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Oh, hey there. Oh, hey, hello. Oh, sorry, I was distracted celebrating another Angels sweep, baby. Get the brooms out. Get the brooms out. What in the world? Who is this team? Who is this team? Hello, Halo Nation. Hello, Halo hopefuls, and welcome back to the latest edition of the Locked On Angels Postcast, coming at you live, as always, after every single Angels game, and now a 7th Angels win in a row, right here on the Locked On Angels YouTube channel, and after the fact, both on the channel and wherever the heck you get the Locked On Angels audio podcast feed. If you don't know who I am, who is this crazy guy waving around a broom and screaming about the Angels? Oh, it's me, Gavin Carlson. I'm a former credentialed journalist, spent 4 years covering UCLA sports with the Daily Bruin, and now in year 2 with the Locked On Podcast Network, where it is your team every day. Our team is the freaking Angels, the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, and boy, oh boy, what is this team? What? I don't know what's going on, guys. Obviously, I missed yesterday's show. Apologies there. Did have another commitment. And I missed an absolute unreal game yesterday. But the Angels said, no, you missed 10-5 yesterday, Gavin and Postcasters. We got you with another 10-5 win today. 13 hits. The Angels take 4 walks, but 13 hits. They score 10 runs again, and they were losing this game until the 7th inning. They score 8 runs combined in the 7th and 9th innings to end up blitzing the A's, getting a 4-game sweep of the A's. They've won 7 in a row. 7 in a row. You sweep the Dodgers. The goal was to win this series against the A's, or at worst case scenario, split it 2-2. There was some fear among some people, including myself, that this team was going to come off this high of the Dodgers series, this Dodgers sweep, and do Angel things against the A's. But wait a second. What a statement. 7 in a row. It's starting to feel legit too. It's starting to feel legit. Now, before we get into this one, shout out to everybody in here as always. It is obviously a 4 p.m. on a Thursday, so some people still at work, some people maybe on the way home from work. I'll be honest, I took the day off. I'll explain that maybe a little later, but yes, shout out to everybody in here. You know, to have 100 plus people in here live at 4 p.m. when people are at work, that's incredible, and the number keeps rising. And now, you know, we are going to, of course, get into one of the most obvious player of the game selections in the history of this postcast, into one of the most obvious turning point selections of this postcast. But I just have to say, innings 1 through 6, it was a different feeling. I don't know about you guys, but both in the wins and the losses, I feel like we haven't had many games this season where you're sitting there going, really? The Angels are going to lose this game? This is not a game the Angels should lose, right? I was saying that. Innings 1 through 6. I mean, you had an inning where 2 guys hit the ball over 108 miles an hour off the bat with runners in scoring position, and neither resulted in an RBI, right? You had the bases loaded and nothing going. You had the Angels walking in runs when they shouldn't have. You've got Hunter Strickland coming in, getting a full count, and walking in another run. That made it 5-2. It could have been, the score could have been 18 different things heading into the 7th inning. It could have been 5-2 A's like it was. It could have been 8-2 A's. It could have been 8-2 Angels, right? It was one of those games where I'm sitting there going, is this really a game that we're going to lose? And you haven't said that much this year, right? There's been games at the beginning of the year where you came back, you took a lead, and then you blew the lead, and you're sitting there going, oh man, this loss would hurt, but you know, at least they showed the fight, yada, 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 right? There's plenty of losses where we don't show up. And ironically, despite this being a team that's really good in close games, I do feel like we also have a decent amount of blowout wins. Games where our offense just does something like this. But this was one of those games where one of the rare games this season where I'm sitting there going, we are going to lose this game, and it's going to feel like a game that we let get away, a game that we gave to them, a game that we should have had. So that makes it all the much sweeter that we get what the heck we got in the top of the 7th inning. And that, folks, is
time to reveal where the game was won or lost. It's the turning point.
Of course, the turning point is the top of the 7th inning, a 5-run top of the 7th. And this lineup, like I said, was playing well coming into this inning, but only had 2 runs to show for it. Well, boy, oh boy, did they, and specifically one man, make sure they said, I'm going to leave here with something. We're getting this freaking win. And it starts with Severino finally being replaced. He was decent in this game. He wasn't great in this game. I'm going to quickly go to the box score to see what his final stat line even ended up being. It's 7 hits, 2 earned runs, 5 Ks, no walks in 6 innings. That's a quality start, right? But those 7 hits could have been 9 or 10 hits. And instead of 2 earned runs, it could have been 4, 5, 6 earned runs, right? Coulda, woulda, shoulda. I don't want to be coulda, woulda, shoulda guy. And luckily, I don't have to be coulda, woulda, shoulda guy, because the second Severino gets taken out, the Angels just unload. Grant Holman comes in the game. Kevin Newman gets a 1-2 splitter in the zone. Base hit. Ground ball. Gets by. Kyron Parrish strikes out, but then Zach Neto continues to be scorching hot. He's an all-star at shortstop, folks. Base hit. A crazy base hit on a slider way out of the zone, and he's able to poke it for a ground ball down the right field line. That gets Newman to third. They walk Nolan Schanuel because the sky is blue. Nolan Schanuel just gets walked once a game no matter what. 4-pitch walk, loads the bases, and that brings up Taylor Ward. And what in the heck has gotten into this guy? I don't know. But at this point, you can make the argument he might be one of the 3 or 4 hottest hitters in baseball, right? And, you know, when we were looking at this crazy stretch for the last 20 or so games before the last couple of days, it was this guy's hitting a ton of home runs. So he's scorching hot in terms of slugging and OPS, but he's still going 1 for 4 every game with the home run, right? But lately, this guy is going 2 for 4, 3 for 4 with a home run, right? And so last 30 games, average 217, 9 home runs. Last 15 games, average 302, right? 7 home runs in 15 games. But how about the last 7 games now? This 7-game winning streak, 30 ABs, 13 hits, 4 home runs, 12 RBIs. And like Seth informs me here, he's now 5th in the AL in RBIs. And like he correctly says here, he sucked for a month. 0 for 27, was it? And the guy is one of the best RBI hitters in the American League. Unbelievable. And the reason it's that way is because he gets a 1-0 fastball down the middle, and he absolutely pummels it. Not quite down the middle enough to where you can pull it. It was a little bit outside, but down the middle. So he hits it right straight away, center field. An absolute moonshot. 104.4 exit velo, 426 feet off of Holman. And just like that, all of the woulda, coulda, shoulda from the first 6 innings becomes grand slam, Taylor Ward, go-ahead grand slam. Not the first time we've said that in recent weeks with Taylor Ward. Another go-ahead grand slam to make it 6-5. And that right there, it just let off something in this team. This team has confidence right now, right? They have confidence. And even in this game when they were down 5-2, they were showing the confidence. They were hitting the ball hard. They were getting on base. They just weren't converting. But the second Taylor Ward lights that switch off, the Angels turn it on. Because then 2 at-bats later, Logan O'Hoppe gets a 0-1 fastball high, right at the letters. But he just crushes it. 104.1 exit velo, 410 feet to right center field. He's hitting home runs like nonstop. Ward's hitting home runs like nonstop. Schanuel can't stop getting on base. Neto can't stop being clutch. We know he had an unbelievable performance yesterday. This lineup and the guys in this lineup that you care about most. Think about the guys I just said. Could you have picked a better group of 4 guys to have being the ones that are scorching? I don't think so. Neto, Schanuel, O'Hoppe. The big 3 right now in terms of the future, right? We hope Lugo gets there. We hope Moncada technically can be part of the future, right? We hope eventually Christian Moore will be there. I've kind of given up on Joe Adele, I'll be honest. But Those three guys are most likely the big three in terms of the guys that you want to be on your team balling for the next decade. Neto, Schanuel, and Ward. And they keep doing it. Neto's hitting 296 now with a 901 OPS after a 3 for 5. And the fact that this guy goes 3 for 5 with 2 runs and an RBI and is not going to be the player of the game shows how on fire the Angels are. Nolan Schanuel, another 1 for 3 with the walk. He's got a 278 average. This guy was hitting 220 all year. He's hitting 278. The OPS is 773. I'm going to quickly see what the on-base percentage is. It's 372. This guy's flirted with a 400 on-base percentage. And then Taylor Ward. The average still stinks technically. It's 225. But the OPS is 780. He's top 5 in RBIs, like we said. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And I didn't even get to doing what we all know is coming. Your freaking player of the game, Taylor Ward.
This is the Locked On Player of the Game.
Because not only did he have the biggest swing of the ball game, that grand slam, but oh yeah, he also had another 2 hits. He also got on via a walk. The guy gets on base 4 times, 3 for 4, 5 RBIs, 2 runs. In an unreal performance, another unreal performance. The recent stretch has been unbelievable. And the Angels win 10-5. I didn't even get to the 3-run 9th inning because the Angels were that good again. And the lineup is that on fire. And I'm that fired up about it, right? In the 9th, Ward walks, Soler walks, O'Hoppe singles, bases juiced. Joe Adell walks to score a run. Moncada gets a sac fly. And then Kevin Newman, of all people, an RBI single. His second single of the ball game. That made it 10-5. So now you know how you got all 10 runs. Now you know that Taylor Ward is one of the hottest players in baseball. Now you know that our big 3 of the guys in the future, O'Hoppe, Schanuel, Neto, all balling. And the Angels have won 7 in a row. A 4-game sweep of the A's after a 3-game sweep of those darn Dodgers. And a pretty favorable matchup coming ahead against the Miami Marlins. We'll talk about that in a century from now. We got to take a break. We do have to mention what happened with the pitching, although luckily it didn't matter too much. We'll do all of that after our break here on the Locked On Angels Postcast. Now, today's show is brought to you by wonderful Pistachios. And I know you guys love when I do this ad. If you're looking for a snack that's both delicious and nutritious, crack into a good source of protein with Wonderful Pistachios. Wonderful Pistachios is one of the highest protein nuts. Each 1-ounce serving has 6 grams of protein, giving you over 10% of your daily value. Plus, they're packed with fiber and better-for-you unsaturated fats to help keep you feeling fuller longer. I love, and I mean love, the no-shells variety. It truly is the perfect grab-and-go snack for busy days, and all of my days feel busy. I work 2 freaking jobs. I go to the gym twice a day. I'm not even lying. So whether I am racing to the gym at 6 in the morning, back home from the gym at 7:30 in the morning, to work at 8:30 in the morning, or sitting at my desk all day, or racing back home, going back to the gym to then come do this show, it's my go-to. The no-shells variety. It's got the protein I need for my workouts. It also tastes fantastic, and it's satisfying. That crack, if you want the open shell or the in-shell variety, or if you just want to pop them in your mouth, either way, it's great. So get snackin' and crackin' with the snack that packs a protein punch. Visit wonderfulpistachios.com to learn more. Back here live on another sweep edition of the Locked On Angels Postcast. 7 wins in a row. The Angels offense is unbelievably hot. 10-5, the victory today, just like 10-5 yesterday. If you look at what this team has done in recent games in terms of runs, I've not done any math or anything, but I wouldn't be surprised if they've scored more in the last 7 games than they scored in like a month, in the month of April or something. Because the Angels 10 today, 10 yesterday, 7-4, right? So if I can do some quick math on this show, that's 31 runs in these 4 games. That's over 7 a game. Then you go 6-11-6 against the Dodgers. So that's another 23 to go with the, what number did I say that was? 41? Yes. So 23 to go with 41. I'm doing the math on the fly. Is 64. 4 runs in your last 7 games. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? This team is almost averaging 10 runs a game. 10 runs a game in the last 7. Think about that. There was a time where this team went like 3 weeks without scoring 5 runs in a ball game. in a ball game. They're averaging 10 dang near in the last 7. Did I do the math wrong? Someone said I did the math wrong. Dennis said it's 54. Did I do the math wrong? 10, 20, 27, 31, and 6, 37, and 48. Yeah, you're right. 54. I'm losing it. Cue some USC fans or something saying something about UCLA education. Come on now. You all know we got that in the bag. It is 54. I'm doing math on the fly. Okay. 54 runs in 7 games. Unbelievable. Still amazing. And now we've got people saying, oh, what about Trout? I'm not worried about Trout right now. When he comes back, great. He will help. But I am not worried about him right now, which is crazy to say. It's crazy to say. Yeah, people roasting me saying it was 31, not 41. What math did I do wrong? 20 plus 11, yeah, is 31, not 41. Well, I'm getting flamed. I'm getting flamed and valid. But you know what? It's 420 on a Thursday, and we got 200 people in here. The Angels have won 7 in a row. Let me do some bad math because we are hyped. I didn't even talk about the pitching in this one. It was a crazy game for our pitchers. Tyler Anderson, he wasn't good. Let's be honest. He was not good. 4 2/3. He gives up 7 hits, 6 walks, a home run, and 5 earned runs, right? You want a guy to at least do one thing right. Have low hits? Nope, gave up 7. Have low walks? Nope, he gave up 6 walks. Oh, at least he got the ball in the park? Nope, he gave up a home run. Oh, did he get out of all the jams and somehow end up only giving up a couple runs? Nope, he gave up 5 earned runs, and it could have been worse. Hunter Strickland comes in, he walks 2 guys, he walks in a run, gives up a hit. But luckily for him, he gets the win, and his ERA is still 0. Detmers was actually quite impressive in his inning. He did walk a guy. He did give up a hit, but he had a strikeout. He got out of the jam. Zephyr John comes in. He gives up a hit and a walk as well. He has a strikeout. And then Brogdon comes out. It was going to be Hector Neris for the save, which is pretty interesting, but ends up being Brogdon because suddenly it's 10-5. And so once again, just like in that Dodgers series, the Angels love to score runs in the 9th inning all of a sudden and make scary save opportunities not scary. And boy, oh boy, do I love that. So phenomenal job by the bullpen, by the lineup. Tyler Anderson for once gets picked up, right? I'm not going to, drill into this guy or anything. There's so many games where he's great and he gets the loss, right? So shout out to him. He deserves a game like this where he doesn't pitch phenomenally and still gets the win. Oh yeah. Phenomenal. Now, real quick, we're going to look forward to this weekend because very interesting 6-game homestand. You've got the Marlins for 3, which is a winnable series. Absolutely. Am I expecting another sweep and to have 10 in a row? No. But I want to say win 2 out of 3. Win the series. You win 2 out of 3. That means 9 of your last 10. That means you officially are 500, right? You're 24-25 right now. There's a very realistic scenario where you're 26-26 coming into a series against the Yankees. And then guess what? Lowers the pressure of that Yankee series where you're not sitting there saying somehow take 2 of 3, right? You can have a series like you had against the Padres where you play against a great team, you take 1 out of 3, you're competitive in all of them, and who knows? Maybe you coin flip one of those close games and you win that one as well and you do steal 2 out of 3. But you win 2 out of 3 against the Marlins this weekend, and then you can go 1-2 against the Yankees and no one's going to bat an eye. You'd be 27-28 when you were, 10 games under 500, dang near, right? Coming into this. A road trip that had the Dodgers for 3, and you did what you did, right? So absolutely phenomenal. I see JDE in here saying, sweet life, let's get it set up. I still can't believe you're offering that, but you're the man. I need to get in the DMs. I'll be honest. It's been an absolutely crazy couple of days for me. Full transparency. Like I said, I'm taking today off. Partially for a couple of reasons. One, last night I missed the show. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I was at the Kendrick Lamar SZA concert at SoFi Stadium. I'm a huge Kendrick fan, pretty solid SZA fan as well. So I was there with that for that. That's why I missed the show. I felt bad that I missed the show and forgot to warn you guys. So it was short notice. So I was like, I really want to do the show today. I don't know if I can do it at work because it's a midday game, but ended up deciding I'm taking today off and I'm taking tomorrow off because this weekend and more, again, I'm going to be full transparency with you guys always. This weekend, I'm going to Las Vegas, celebrating some stuff with some friends. So TBD on if I'm going to be able to do shows this weekend. If maybe the Super Halo Bros might be able to fill in for one or two of the games or something like that. That's all to be decided. But yes, last night I see people I see Super Halo Bros in here saying mustard. Yes, sir. AJ says he was there. Mike Trout saying they not like us. Yeah, it was amazing. Fourth time seeing Kendrick. I'm a huge fan. So that was a lot of fun. But yes, had to make sure I gave you the show today after missing it yesterday. And how great. It ended up being a sweep. It ended up being another 10-5 and ended up being another, fireworks performance for the Angels. So it worked out very, very well. But again, TBD on tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday. I will absolutely be back Monday for the Yankees series. I actually have next week off from work. So that's nice. And there is a chance, I'm hoping it's going to happen, that I'm going to be at the Big A on Tuesday for the Yankees game. So just throwing it out there for now, again, for anyone who's considering going. I know we've had meet and greets fall through in the past because of family stuff, but Tuesday against the Yankees at the Big A, looking likely that I will be there. And so if anyone's thinking about it, I will, love to meet any of you guys, right? So we'll figure it all out. A lot going on, a lot going on. So I will let you guys go now. What a game, what a series, what a stretch. Angels 7 in a row, a 4-game sweep of the A's after a 3-game sweep of the Dodgers, 54 runs in the last 7 games. Oh man, oh man. We'll see if I see you tomorrow. If not, maybe one of the Super Halo Bros will see you tomorrow. If not, don't worry. We'll still have plenty of tweets and posts about everything going on. Kuraman said, Locked On Angels, the Hangover Edition. I'll be honest. If you see me doing any shows, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, man, oh man, do I love you guys, because it means I will be delaying some sort of something, right, in order to squeeze the show in. But we'll see. Either way, everyone have a great, extended weekend if you get Monday off as well. And I will certainly guaranteed see you back Monday, maybe see you at the Big A in person on Tuesday, see you on Wednesday, but we'll see. There might be postcasts this weekend as well. But for now, shout out to everybody in here. We got to 200 people live at one point. So if you haven't already, hit the like button, and I'll see you back here very soon. 7 in a row, baby. Go Angels. And oh, wait, one more time. Give me that broom, boy. Give me that broom. Let's go. Take care, everybody. Go Angels. Go celebrate.